In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop freezing or lagging in CapCut when you are editing. And you don't need any graphics card or GPU to be able to do this. Just to show you that I don't have any graphics card and I am able to edit all my videos very smoothly. If you come to my device manager and scroll down and come to display adapters. So as you have seen, I don't have any graphics card or GPU. This is just to show you that you don't need a very expensive editing setup to actually edit your videos smoothly in CapCut, because CapCut actually has some incredible hidden optimization settings that most beginners usually ignore. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 of these settings. So even if you are using a very old computer setup, by the end of this video, you will be able to edit your videos smoothly in CapCut. So the first setting to fix this lagging or freezing in CapCut is to enable our computer setup to allocate more resources to CapCut when we are using it. So before even opening the app, you are going to come to the icon on the desktop, you right click on it, and then you go down to properties. And in this properties section, we are going to fix 2 settings here, so follow closely. The first one will come to compatibility tab, you click on it, then I've already set it. You are going to set this to run this program as administrator. Then you come to the shortcut tab, you scroll down where it says run, you are going to click this drop down. Your own will be set to normal windows, so you are going to set it to maximize, and then you click on OK. So what we have just done will just ensure that anytime we are using CapCut, our computer setup is going to allocate more resources to it. Now, the second setting is setting up proxies. This simply means creating a lightweight, lower resolution copy for easy editing. Now, to do that, you open CapCut, you come to this right section, you click on this modifier, you come to the performance tab, then you are going to switch it on here. And when you switch it on, you are going to choose the desired resolution you want. But just know that the lower you go, the better it will be for your system. Click on save. Now, what this will do is that anytime we add anything in CapCut, it's going to create a proxy, as you have seen it created now like this. Now, you need to know that these proxy files which are created are usually very large files that are stored locally in your computer setup. So you need to allocate the right storage for these files, because if you allocate it to a storage that is not enough, then it's going to fill the storage and still cause your system to lag. So to allocate it to the right storage, you actually have to close the project you're working on. You come on this right side, you click on this settings, you come to settings, you still come to the performance tab, you scroll down where it says save proxies to. You're going to click on this folder and you select the right position to save your proxies, because I frequently delete this. For just few videos that I have created, you can see how many gigabytes it is here. So these proxy files usually get very large, and if you don't have enough space, it's still going to cause your system to lag. That's why some people are experiencing, after going through all these processes, they still experience their system lagging because they have not allocated the right area where there is enough space to store your proxies. I hope that makes sense. Now, the third setting is playback resolution. Now, the problem here is that when editing, CapCut tries to render heavy animations and heavy effects in real time, which tends to overwork your system. So to reduce this playback resolution, here is what you have to do. Just above your timeline, you are going to see where it is at this position. It says playback quality. Now when you click on it, you can choose to go with what you have. The lower you go, the better it's going to be for your system. And this full quality will overwork your system. And if you go with this lower quality, it will be the best, but it's going to be very, very flow. As you can see the quality. If I increase now to medium, you see the quality has increased a little bit. So that is how it's going to be. But don't be afraid. Everything you do here will not affect your final output, you will still export in high quality. Before moving to the next step, later in the video, I will share with you some editing tips which together with these settings will help optimize your editing experience. Please just help like the video if it was helpful so far. Now the next point in preventing freezing or lagging when editing in CapCut is to deleting hidden cache. The problem here is that CapCut caches everything you do. This means that if you have been editing for months, then you probably have some junk files overworking your system storage. Now, to fix this, you still come to the main interface, you come to settings, you scroll down where it says cache size, and you are going to delete it. Don't be afraid, this does not delete any of your project. It just wipe out temporal renders. So you click on OK and it's going to be deleted as you have. Now I'm going to share with you 3 editing workflow hacks or tips when using CapCut, which you can add to these other settings we have just talked about, so you experience more smoother edits. But before that, make sure you subscribe if you want more CapCut tutorials. Now, the first tip to prevent lagging when editing in CapCut is to split large projects into multiple timelines. For example, now, if this is my timeline and this is my project, and I see that the project is too large, what I can do is I can duplicate it to multiple timelines. You come on this left section, you see plus to add a new timeline. You're going to click it, and you can notice now that you have timeline 1 and timeline 2. I am currently on timeline 2 and there's nothing there. So I can go to timeline 1, Control C to copy this, come to timeline 2 and I paste it. Then I do my edit here. When you separate it to multiple timelines like this, it reduces the amount of resources that it is taking from your system. So when you do this now, you come here, then you edit your video, you do everything you want, transition, everything. When you are done, and you have also edited the other half here, is the half that I copied, you can just delete it. You just come to timeline 2, Control A to copy everything, because you will have added many layers. So Control A to copy everything. You bring your playhead, Control V to paste it. Now when you paste it like that, you can easily now just go to export and you export your video. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section if it is confusing. I'll explain more. But just know that using multiple timelines actually reduces the resources which the editing software is going to demand when you are actually editing. Now, the next tip here is to avoid using too much layers. For example, now, if I have these layers here and I see that they are too much, if I've already done the edits to my liking, what I can do is I can reduce this amount of layers present. And to do that, you just select what you want, because you right click and you come to create compound clip. And as you see now, that 3 layer has been reduced now to just a single layer. And don't be afraid, you can still go inside this single layer if you double click and still go to do any type of changes that you wanted to do. So don't think if you create a compound clip, you cannot adjust it again. No, you can still go in and you adjust it, and it is going to work more smoother. Now, the third tip here is that anything concerning color grading, allow it for last. I know some video editors used to tell you that when you upload a video that you want to edit, the first thing you have to do is to color grade. They usually talk like that because they have very high-end computer setup. But if you have a low system, don't do it like this. Instead, finish editing your videos, then you can come now to color grade it. Because if you actually start from color grading, then your low-end PC will start calculating and overworking from the start. And just imagine all that load that it is calculating and going as you are editing. That is going to increase the lagging of your system when editing in CapCut. So now your software is running fast, but are you actually editing fast? Check out this next video to see the daily habits that separates slow editors from the pros.